Yeah, I was just bring it over because I need to make sure to have me on it.
I need to put this on his camera. Listen, let's see.
You don't want that. You ain't got no case on it, dude.
I know out of box enough. It holds it out.
You ain't hit record yet, is you hit record?
Yeah, I can.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. Just make sure we get in here, man. All right.
Cause it didn't show nothing until you get recorded. Yeah. Huh? I used to go ahead. Oh, okay.
Yes, man.
It probably just my screen ain't on the brightest it can go.
Oh, it is.
You might go outside. Yeah. You ain't got that little thing on make us
All right. First and foremost, we'll give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles that rule well. Peace, salutation, and love to the elect of the nation of Israel, man, which is the so-called Negro, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. Everybody on this sand. It's all good, man. So-called Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, and you so-called Negroes, man. True children of Israel. Hey, we coming out here in the name of Yahweh, which that's the true name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the true name of the only begotten Son, man. The Lord and Savior of these people right here, man. You know, get Isaiah 52 out. It's time for our people to wake up, man. Because calamities, you know, like, and you get, you had so you can get something else? Get, 2nd Ezra chapter 8, I think it's around verse 50. Go ahead, But it's time for our people to wake up, man, you know, because it don't matter, in the times to come, it don't matter how much money you got, you know, it don't matter if you got an underground bunker or none of that, man. Matter of fact, get Isaiah 53 and Isaiah 33 and 6 first, right? Man, start at the top on Isaiah 33. It's all about what you. It's all about what you know right now, man. You know, what you know is what's gonna save you, man. Yeah, you gotta have the knowledge of salvation, man. Start at the top on it, though.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 33, verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled.
Right, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, man. Because who spoiled the whole earth, man? The so-called white man. So woe, destruction unto thee, because thou spoilest and thou was not spoiled, man. Because even when Columbus came, landed on the island Hispaniola, he was greeted with gifts, man. You know, so he wasn't spoiled. Wasn't nobody trying to spoil y'all, man. Go ahead, up.
And dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee.
Right, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee, man. So like we were saying, because during the Renaissance period, it all started with the so-called white man, man. it was him it was his rebirth. He was being reborn. He was coming back into power, man. So he started his voyage over here onto this side of the world, man. And it was you so-called Jews which financed everything, man. Because Christopher Columbus was a so-called Jew, man. Go ahead. Because the first slaves actually came from Spain and Portugal, man. As far as the Negroes, the West Indians, and the so-called Haitians, man. But the actually first slaves came from this side of the world, going back to Spain and Portugal, man. Which was the northern kingdom, so-called Native American Indians, you Hispanics, and you Latinos. Go ahead, bro.
When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled.
So it say, when thou cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, man. So even if you so-called white people, now all of a sudden you want to act right and act fair, no, now it's time for you to be spoiled, man. Because you got to reap what you sowed, man. And the only reason y'all trying to act that way now, man, is because y'all, the curse is starting to turn on y'all, man. Y'all starting to feel the pain. So now y'all want to act like y'all can feel the pain of these people on the side, man. It don't work that way, man. So like I started off saying, man, for our people, man, it's time for you to wake up, man. Cause you gonna go down right along with the so-called white man, man. If you love the so-called white man and you want to love all these other nations, you gonna go down right along with him when this wicked kingdom America go down, man. Go ahead, bro.
Right. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
And you got any question, ask me at any time too, bro. Go ahead.
O Yahweh, be gracious unto us. We have waited for thee.
Right, so we owe Yahweh because that's the true name of the Heavenly Father, man. His true name is Yahweh. God is a title, man. It's not Jehovah, but the Hebrew way of saying Jehovah is Yahweh, man. Because one no J, one no E in the Hebrew, man. So you pronounce that as Yah, man. And then Hova, man, one no O in the Hebrew, and one no V in the Hebrew, man. So it's Yah. And if you look back, even in the old English, instead of V right there, they had a Y sound, a W, man. So the right pronunciation for Jehovah is Yahweh, man. That's the true name of the Heavenly Father. The true name of His Son is Yahweh Shai, man. Go ahead, bro. That's the ancient names, man. Jesus was just a title, man. God is a title. You know, those Greek and English names, man. The Lord they got Hebrew names, man. Go ahead, bro. So we speak the English so that our people can understand, man. But we also profess the true names of the Heavenly Father and His Son, man. Because it's more power when you say the name in the original language. Go ahead, bro.
Be thou their arm every morning.
Right.
Our salvation also in the time of trouble.
Go on, bro. Let me ask you something, bro. You what's your nationality?
I proclaim to be black, Asiatic. You know what I mean? I don't really like to go by African American.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I don't know my true heritage because my ancestors were so mixed up in the mix. You know what I'm saying? So I prefer to call myself Asiatic, bro. Asiatic.
Get Jeremiah 17:4 real quick. Hold it up. Because that's what we out here to do, to teach our people their true heritage. Right. See, we got Negro on this side so they can understand. But this the name that the Heavenly Father gave the so-called Negro, Jew, which means Yahweh praise. You know, because like a lot of our people think the Bible, the so-called white man wrote the book. They even think King James was a fact, which they slander King James' name. You know, the white man slandered his name, man. Because King James basically came and set everything back in order so that we can get the truth. Because all King James did was got the scholars together and let them got all the old scrolls and let them went back into the original language to get it more accurate, get the more accurate basically get the more accurate understanding of the scripture. That's all King James did, and he was a so-called black man. He was dark-skinned like us. Because I know you know about the Moors ruling Europe, you know, right. The word Moor just means black or Moreno. You know, so even the Hebrew word for black is dark, which means dark skin. But like you said, that we fell away from our heritage. So our true heritage was we are the Israelites. What to break the word Israel down in the Hebrew is Yahshua, which means he is the prince of God. So we the sons and daughters of the Most High. We the direct descendants of him. We look like the Heavenly Father and His Son. Get that real quick, God. Because see, the way the pastors preach the Bible make our people turn away from the Bible. They don't teach. Oh, he good. They don't teach our heritage. The word, he gonna hear the word too, cause the Spirit of the Lord in every living creature.
Every living thing.
Right. Every living
It's
thing.
in everything actually.
Right.
God is in it.
Right.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. So Yahweh, you say Yahweh is God? Or
The true way of saying it is Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In our ancient language, which was the Hebrew, only two vowels, A and I. One no E, one no O, and one no U.
Is he a man or is he a spirit?
He a man and a spirit. You a man and a spirit, just like you a man, but your spirit dwell on the inside. But his spirit is pure fire. See, eventually we gonna get
the earth.
Well, we the representatives of him.
Right.
You know? We the representatives. If we couldn't stand and look at God, we'd drop dead because of this body. So that's why in the end, we're gonna be given an immortal body. Then we'll be able to look upon His glory. But right now, He got this fleshly body, which is corruptible. If he is so much glory and light, we'll drop dead. You know, the spirit will lead the body. You know, and how to go back to it.
There's no way.
Right.
It's just impossible for us in human form to see God in spirit.
But we don't see Him.
We will.
Yeah.
We will, definitely. That's the beauty of this life.
Right.
Is working in this life to get to the next life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Afterlife. Okay, so you're saying that God was always spirit, or did He ever walk the earth?
He a man too.
Because God, when I say God, when I say God, I mean the Creator.
Right, the Most High God.
The Most High.
Because we gods too.
You know
but He the Most High God.
Right. So I'm talking about the Creator of the universe, the Creator of the planets, the solar system.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Everything from start to finish, from beginning to infinite. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, do you think that He walked the earth or no?
He can do whatever He want to do. He God. He can do whatever He want to do. You know, there's no limit to Him. Like you said, he can be out here right now just watching us, you know, but he don't gotta. Then he can show us. He can pop up as a regular man. You know?
So Yahweh is spirit.
Yahweh. Nah, he a man, but he's so glorified that we wouldn't be able to look upon Him in this body. Get this scripture real quick, y'all.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 3.
We prove everything out the Bible to show our people. Our ancestors wrote this book. The white man don't even understand this book. This book condemns us. Yeah, this book, he tried to, but see, it was a puzzle. Now he understands because the true prophets, the true men of the Lord out here breaking it down, and now he getting to understand it. But what he understanding now, this book condemned him. This book let you know his fate. He gonna be destroyed. All our history in this book right here. Go ahead, get that, then we're gonna get that. Go ahead.
Exodus chapter 15 and verse 3. Yahweh is a man of war.
You hear it? So it's saying, read it verbatim.
The Lord is a man of war.
See, it said the Lord is a man of war. So not only is he a man of war. The churches like to teach that God look like what that Jesus, because his son, he our big brother. He just the firstborn amongst all the kids, you know. He get the most glory. We're gonna be joint heirs with who the word ignorant calls Jesus, but he a man of war too. So when he coming back for war. And guess what? We his weapons of war. These people on the side right here. See, the Lord put us under the curse, man, because we disobeyed His law, statutes, and commandments, man. He gave us law, statutes, and commandments. See, this are your brothers and sisters right here, bro. This the name the white man switched them up to. This the biblical name the Lord gave us. Y'all can interject anytime.
The reason he said these are brothers and sisters because it's one family. Like he was saying, the white man broke it up to make it look at different nations, but in the Bible, the Lord said it's 12 tribes, and that's one family.
Right.
And you got to understand who the 12 tribes are to know who your brothers and sisters are, according to the flesh.
Right.
Because we come from the same forefather, which was Jacob. And, his name was changed to Israel, so that's why we the Israelites. You know, your heritage is from your father, not from your mother or anything. So, just like the scriptures say, Israelites, and you got different tribes, and you got different nationalities of what the white man had changed the names to. He changed his name too to hide his identity. Right. And I'm gonna read the scripture.
Have you guys ever heard of the Anunnaki?
Yeah.
You heard of the Anunnaki?
Yeah.
And it was said that the Anunnaki is who created human beings.
Yeah, I heard of this Sure.
Right, and they existed pre-Egyptian time, and that's where the Egyptians got a lot of their knowledge was from the Anunnaki, and that's how they learned how to build pyramids and stuff like that.
Truly and rightfully, the Egyptians got a lot, most of their knowledge from us, man. They got most of their knowledge when Abraham went into when Abraham was a Hebrew. It started with Abraham.
Right.
Our forefather Abraham went and sojourned in Egypt. Then Isaac went. Then Jacob and his 12 sons went. And that's when Egypt came to their greatest power. So that's why when the Lord was telling Pharaoh let us go, he didn't want to let us go. Because when the Lord delivered us out of Egypt, the empire of Egypt was no more. You know, even though we two dark-skinned nations, we not the same people. Get that too, right? Get this. Yeah, get that.
This
Because
Jeremiah.
just like you have so-called Arabs can be darker than me and you, but we know they not our people. So, right, because in the beginning, everybody was dark-skinned. Everybody had melanin. Now, when the white man got his melanin taken away, when the Lord put that mark on Cain, yeah, don't worry about none of that. See, them distractions. Don't even, if they drop something down, but they looking up.
Be aware is to be alive, though. You know what I mean?
Go ahead. Yeah, we count on the whole lanes to protect us, but we still alert and watching. It can be a sniper somewhere that we can't see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we count on the spirit to watch us, baby.
Right.
Our faith, right.
Facts.
Then in the end, the Lord gonna give us their spiritual powers, man.
I already know.
Where we'll be able to walk through fire. We gonna be able to control the elements.
I don't know, and that's faith.
Right, that's faith.
Faith right
Exactly.
now.
Right.
Right now.
Exactly.
Faith. That's how you get there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's faith. Go ahead, bro.
It's Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. It says, "And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine
Read the story at the top on it, right? Come.
All right, this Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 1.
So anything you ask us, we're gonna answer you after scriptures, man, and show you that the Bible is live and direct, and don't no book compete with this book. The book of the dead, the Quran, no book you can compare to the Bible. Go ahead.
The sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron.
Right, so the sin of Judah, talking about the so-called Negroes, because we the head tribe. We the leader tribe, so that's why the so-called white man went the hardest on us. He like chopped the head off, then the body gonna follow. So that was his thing. So Judah, we the head tribe right now.
And also this the tribe that the Lord came out of.
Go ahead.
And with the point of a diamond.
Right, with the point of a diamond.
It is graven upon the table of their heart and upon the horns of your altars.
Right.
Whilst their children remember their altars and their groves by the green trees upon the high hills on my mountain.
Going into when we start worshiping the gods of the other nations, we start worshiping the gods of the Egyptians, or the Canaanites, all the deities they worship. We started to worship their gods, and that's when the Lord brought us down. Go ahead. Like celebrating Christmas, Easter, all that goes back to ancient Babylon, ancient Egypt, man. Go ahead. And that's all in the Bible tell us don't do none of that. But it's so crazy that the churches will be doing it, but the churches don't teach the Bible, man. They teach the Bible how the white man taught them to teach the Bible. But if our people actually read the scriptures for themselves, they'll start to see that the preachers are full of lie. Right.
Every religion, every single religion, if they live by the books that they have been given to live by, the Bible, the Quran, you know what I mean? Like a lot of these religions, bro, if most people live by those books, live by those teachings, the whole world would be a completely different place. You're right, they do use religion in a certain way, and that's the reason why people don't live by what's in the scriptures. You dig what I'm saying? Like we don't live like that. You dig what I'm saying? That's the blueprint right there.
Right.
Even though like some of it might be missing, even though we might not know everything that happened back then or what they were saying.
Right.
You know what I mean? The knowledge that they had.
Right.
Right.
We don't know everything.
We ain't even close, right? You know what I mean?
Right. But we gotta know.
That's the blueprint, right? If everybody lived, you dig what I'm saying, by the blueprint, by what God has given us, you dig what I'm saying, which is common sense, which is, you dig what I'm saying, knowledge.
Right.
You know what I mean? That we can hold in our hands and open it up and read it. You dig what I'm saying? If everybody lived by that, bro, it'd be a whole different world.
He knew we would do that.
Right.
Even the religions like Baptists, Christians, even the religions that say they live by the Bible, bro, they don't.
And see, that's the key word, religion. What does the word religion mean? Go back to the Greek Latin word religio, which means to hold back or restraint. To hold back from what? To restraint from the truth.
Right.
Because see, these law, statutes, and commandments, that's another thing. They was only given to these people. The Lord ain't give his law, statutes, and commandments to the so-called Africans, to the so-called Chinese, Japanese. They all them took part in the slave trade, the so-called East Indian. That's how they can all come over here and open up businesses, get loans in our hoods and come up before us, because they all took part in the slave trade. They whole counsel amongst them is to keep these people from knowing who they are. Because once we come back to our heritage, like you were saying, that's where our power lies. Go ahead, bro.
It's verse 3, Jeremiah 17, verse 3. O my mountain in the field, I will give thy substance and all thy treasures to the spoil.
See, the Lord said he will give all our substance and all our treasures to the spoil, because we start worshiping the gods of the other nations. He told us don't make no covenants with them. So that's how you know, because in our spirit, you know, you start searching history, we understand we was kings and we had the wealth. You know what I'm saying? Like King Solomon was the richest man ever. That's where our forefatherland go back to. It don't go back to King Tut and all the great pharaohs. No, I go back to King Solomon, King David, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. That's who our forefathers go back to. We was beefing with the so-called Africans. They had us in slavery first. Just like now, you go back to Africa right now. Now, we do have our people scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So you got some of these people looking like Africans, looking like so-called white people, looking like Japanese. But if you trace their father bloodline back down, you go back to these people. So we don't really just judge off the color. We're gonna judge the spirit of the person. Just like a so-called white person walk up, yeah, we gonna throw it at him, but we gonna see where he is spiritually. Right. If his spirit can connect to this, 9 times out of 10, he one of us. You know, so we ain't just judging off the color, which the Bible do tell you that the Israelites are dark skinned. Right. You know, but we still have to weigh the spirit, because we spread our seed amongst the nations. So some of our kids actually came out looking like them. You know, go ahead, bro.
And thy high places for sin throughout all thy borders.
Right, so he gave up all our treasures. You know, go ahead.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee.
Right, you hear that, bro? He said, even thou thyself shall discontinue from thy heritage which he gave us. Go ahead.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not.
So he said he was going to cause us to serve our enemies in a land which we know is not. Right, which is America. Go ahead.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
So we kindled a fire in the Lord's anger, which burn forever. Why? Because we went get Deuteronomy 7 out.
That's that.
Let him get it. I think you finna get 4-1 where this is how I understand.
At first I'm finna
keep
get 7.
reading that though. Stay in Jeremiah. We're gonna answer
I've
this
heard
question.
that too before, like several times in my life. You know what I mean? That who else?
Make sure you hold it.
Oh, you know who did it recently? Kendrick Lamar on his album. He had his uncle talking. His uncle was on the voicemail. You heard it? And his uncle was saying it like, you know what I mean? Like, we being punished right now because the same thing you saying, bro. Right. The same thing, but that was more recent version.
He read out the book of Deuteronomy 28.
Yeah. But like, yeah, he did quote Deuteronomy 28. He did, yeah. So like, you know what I mean? I've been hearing it all my life, that same thing. Right. You know what I mean? That we being punished right now. Right. Because of, you know, why?
Because we get it, bro. Read. You can do the whole, you hold Deuteronomy 28 too. Because like he said, go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 1. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it.
Right, which was the land of Israel. Go ahead.
And had cast out many nations before thee.
Right.
The Hittites and Girgashites.
Right, and these different tribes of the so-called Africans. Go ahead.
And the Amorites and the Canaanites.
Right. And
the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
So they was mightier and greater than thou at the time, you know, because we started off as a small number, but now we outnumber everybody. But that's how the Lord works. He showed His power in raising up something small and turn it into and turn it into something unlimited. Go ahead, bro.
And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee.
Speak up too much.
And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee.
Right.
Thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them.
So the Lord said when he delivered them nations before us, we supposed to kill them and destroy them, man. Go ahead.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
So he said we weren't supposed to make no covenant with all the other nations, bro. Go ahead.
Nor show mercy unto them.
Nor we were supposed to show them no mercy. Go ahead.
Man.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Neither should we make marriages with them.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
Right, thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son. Why? Because if you an Israelite woman and you go have a baby outside of these 12 tribes, your son or daughter is actually actually the seed come from the man. So whatever nation of whatever nation he come from, that's what your child gonna be. So if you so-called Israelite women, when you go marry a so-called white man and have a baby by him, guess what? That child is he the man carry the seed. So that child is now of his nation. Go ahead.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Right, nor his daughter thou shalt take unto thy son. Why did the Lord say this? Go ahead.
For they will turn away thy son from following me.
They will turn away thy sons from following me. So that even Solomon fell under that trap right there. When Solomon got old, what did he do? He let one of the Moabites, it was a Moabite woman, right? I think it was a Moabite, the Moabite woman, he let them start building temples in our land to their other gods, man. You know, but now, don't get simple. It's also rules of engagement, rules of war now, which the Lord gave us these laws, which you got in Deuteronomy, well, rules of war. We went to war with the other nation, you know, and you saw a woman you liked, you know, and her husband gone, you let her mourn for her people 30 days, then you can take her in and knock her out, but she'll be a concubine to you, and you can just use her to have kids. But that child is gonna be of your nation, man. You wanna say something? Go ahead, bro.
For they will turn away thy son from following me.
Right.
That they may serve other gods.
Right.
So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you.
Right. So
and destroy thee suddenly.
Right. So that's why the anger of the Lord was kindled against us. That's why it's still kindled against us. Our people, they'll go try to make amends with the so-called white men. So soon as one of your own brothers and sisters do something against you, you ready to go retaliate on them, and you know what I'm saying? You ready to go retaliate on them and shoot the block up. You know what I'm saying? We always in that mind frame, you know. But we know as what the so-called white man try to do to us as a nation, man. And we say he gonna be forgiven. But the Bible don't say that. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 5. But thus shall ye deal with them.
But you say, thus shall ye deal with them. Go ahead.
Ye shall destroy their altars and break down their images.
We supposed to destroy their altars and break down their images. So this is one of the images we breaking down right here. This is why we got the horns on this guy. Because this actually a man that lived during the Renaissance period, man. He was the son of the 6th Pope of Rome, Rodrigo Borgia. His son name was Caesar Borgia, man. You know, and his gay lover was Michelangelo, who actually was painting all the paint over the images back then, man. You had something called whitewashing iconoclasm, where they was painting all the dark images to look like them, man. You know, because it was our time of going down, man. Like the Lord said, we ain't supposed to make deals with them. We start worshiping their other gods. We start celebrating Christmas. We start celebrating Easter, Valentine's Day, man. All these different days, that came from the other nation, so that led to our downfall, man. You know?
And like the brother said earlier, the Bible, it condemns them. They don't understand it. Like there's nowhere in the Bible you'll find an image like that. You can the first two look like think of Daniel's 10 and 5 and Revelation 1 and 13. It describes them looking just like us. You can't find it description nowhere in the Bible.
I already know it, bro. I already know. I'm well aware and well awoke. You know what I mean? To the point where it drove me over the edge. I get so deep about it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man.
So what's your nationality, bro?
I really don't sweat that, man. You know what I mean? I'm all about the spirit, bro. I understand that, you know, if you break it down into you know, a basic understanding, like if you want it to be a basic understanding for everyone to understand, then you can use this context or other contexts as far as like what's your nationality, where do you come from, who do you feel connected to. But to me, one thing that hit home when you said earlier, if somebody walk up and their spirit is right, you dig what I'm saying? That's what I'm more about.
But that mean if their spirit is right, that mean they are Israelite. You know, that mean if they
quite possibly could also mean that they're just, you know, a child of God.
That's what the Israelite means. The word Israelite means sons and daughters of God.
See, that's just what I go by, bro. You know, New York to Cali, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? If your spirit is good, then I rock with you. If not, and I can tell, bro, I'm 45. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can tell. I know when
You
somebody.
said how old you?
45.
Okay. Yeah,
I
we
can
ran
tell
we ran the same way.
I can tell when somebody's energy is off. You know what I mean?
Right,
I've been
right.
through it, you know. But anyway, man, y'all on point with it, man. Peace, man. I
All
appreciate
right,
it.
peace, bro. Peace, bro. Shalom, bro. Go ahead, man.
I'm just start over verse 5.
This all for the, his education.
But thus shall ye deal with them, ye shall destroy their altars and break down their images.
Right. We should break down their altars and tear down their images. So that's what we doing right now, man. You know, we tearing down all the strongholds, man. 2 Corinthians 10 and 4, man. Go ahead, up.
And cut down their groves
And cut down their groves.
and burn their graven images with fire.
Right. So we spiritually burning them now, man, with this word, because this word is fire. But the physical coming, man. You know, when the Lord turn us into hunters. Right now we fishers, man. So we spiritually consuming everybody, man. Like 2 Thessalonians say, man. By the spirit of his mouth, he gonna consume them, man, going to Esau, but everybody else too, man. Everybody who not part of the elect of the nation of Israel, if you can't land, if you're not part of the elect, basically, this word is gonna consume you, man. You're gonna turn into wood, this word gonna be fire, and it's gonna eventually, it's gonna consume you spiritually first, until that physical consumption comes. Go ahead, bro.
For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power.
Right, so it said, thou art a holy people. We are a holy people unto the Lord. Go ahead, dog.
Yahweh thy power had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Well, Most High chose us to be a special nation out of all the nations that he created. And he said he didn't choose us because we was the mightiest, we was the biggest. You know, we was a special nation. He already had it predestinated for us to be the chosen nation in the beginning. But he chose us out of all nations, so out of the Asians, out of the Chinese, out of the Japanese, out of the Africans, you know, all these are so-called, the Africans, the white, you know, so-called white man, you know, all these other nations that's outside of Israel, he chose us.
Yahweh did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all people.
He said we was the fewest, so we was the smallest nation and the last nation to be created.
But because Yahweh loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers, had Yahweh brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondage from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
So it said the Most High loved us, and he had an oath, he had a covenant that he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that he was gonna keep. The Most High, so he about his word, so he gonna keep his word.
Know therefore that Yahweh thy power, he is Yahweh, the faithful power, which keep his covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. And repayeth
Read
them.
that again for the brother. I was straight.
Verse 9. Know therefore that Yahweh power, he is Yahweh, the faithful power, which keep his covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
It said he is our power, and he keepeth his covenant. He keepeth his word with them that love him. And this is how we show that we love the Most High, by doing his word and by coming out and trying to teach his word. You know, making the sacrifice for ourselves to do what's pleasing to the Most High. That's how you show that you love the Most High. He said he gonna keep his word with us. So, you know, his word is the covenant that he made. He made a promise with our forefathers. And that promise trickled down all the way to the children, which is to us, even to thousands and thousands of generations. So, you know, it's been thousands and thousands of generations since Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know, yeah. But that's, you know, it's been thousands of years since he made that covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So, you know, the Most High is the power of his word.
And repayeth them that hate him to their face, to destroy them.
It said, repayeth them that hate him. Do not Esau hate the Most High, the so-called white man hate him? changing his laws, touching the apple of his eye, trying to change the ordinances that the Most High set in place. Who is Esau to think that he know more than the Most High? So he gonna pay vengeance not only to Esau but to these other nations because they took part in taking us down, touching the apple of the Most High eye. So he gonna repay vengeance to him.
It will not be slack to him that hated him.
Kind saying he not gonna be slack, meaning even though he being long suffering with us, you know, he forbearing to bring on the punishment for the so-called wicked of all of these nations. You know, he still gonna punish them swiftly.
He will repay him to his face. Thou shalt therefore keep the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which I commanded thee this day to do them.
So the Most High said, you know, he can repay the wicked for all their wicked deeds and all the unrighteous deeds that they've done throughout history. But you keep his laws, statutes, commandments, that's how you be good. That's how you stay good with the Most High. Keep his word.
Wherefore it shall come to pass, if ye hearken to these judgments, and keep and do them, that Yahweh thy power shall keep unto thee the covenant and the mercy which he sware unto thy fathers.
So if you keep his word, if you obey the Most High's word, he gonna protect you. He gonna keep you. You know, you gonna be good. I mean, you gonna still be going through trials and tribulations, but the Most High gonna bring you through it. He gonna keep his word with you. You gonna start building a relationship with the Lord. But see, a lot of our people, they don't have a relationship with the Lord. They may think they do, but they don't, because they're not keeping his word. But those are his elect, those that the Most High want to wake up, they gonna wake up and rebuild a relationship with the Lord. But a lot of our people, more of our people, are not gonna build a relationship than it is.
And he will love thee and bless thee and multiply thee. He will also bless the fruit of thy womb and the fruit of thy land, thy corn and thy wine.
He said he gonna love thee and bless you. So basically the Lord said if you doing his word and doing what he say, he gonna bless you. And he gonna bless what you doing and your children. Bless what you got.
So for the elect doing it right now, we doing this for the preservation of the whole nation of Israel, man. Because we don't have to bring 2/3 back in the kingdom, man. So everything we doing is for the love of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua first, because he loved us first. But then secondly, trigger down to our people, man. You know, so all this is for the love, and it start with the elect of the nation of Israel, man. But eventually, that love gonna spread through to all the Israelites, man. So like the brother was saying, for the elect that's gonna keep those laws, statutes, and commandments from generation into generation, because everybody come back in their lot, man. So we doing this for the preservation of our nation, man. You got it, bro.
And making sacrifices is a part of showing love for your people and showing love for the Most High. Because you sacrificing your time and what you could be doing just to do the work of the Lord. And that's pleasing to him.
And thine oil, the increase of thy kin, in the flocks of thy sheep, and the land which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee. Thou shalt be blessed above all people. There shall not be male or female barren among you, or among your cattle.
So in the kingdom, everybody gonna be able to have as many kids as they want, man. You know, in the kingdom, man. Right now, some of our women barren, you know, all that, man. You know why though? Because the curse of the Lord came upon us, man. You know, and who did he use to bring those curses upon us? The people of his curse, the so-called white man, man. A lot of you women can't have babies now because you had abortions when you was younger, man. And they didn't tell you what you doing that mess up your whole process of having kids, man. And now a lot of y'all want to have kids and can't have them kids now, man. So that's why you see a lot of, if you see one of the, like a woman of this so-called nation, man, and they start to get into their 30s and they ain't had kids yet, man. 9 times out of 10, it's a small percentage, 9 times out of 10, they had abortion early, man. Now if they a virgin, that's a different thing, man. But our women, our people gonna have sex, man. They gonna do it, man. What they call sex, which word sex goes back in the 6th to cut, man. You know, but a lot of, if you see a lot, like I said, the women of this nation, man, or these whole 12 tribes, in their 30s, late 40s, they had kids. A lot of them had abortions when they were younger, and they ain't tell nobody. And now they've been trying to have kids and can't, man. But that's the reason why, man. But even if you done that, All you gotta do is go back to the source. You don't go to the white man where he can give you all these different type of drugs to have kids. We had plenty of women that was buried in the Bible.
Rachel was one of them.
Sarah was buried, man. Who else? Rebecca was buried, man. So two of our great foremothers were buried, man.
3.
Right, 3. Go ahead, Doc. You got it.
Verse 15. And Yahweh will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee.
So the Most High gonna keep you in perfect health, and even if you do get sick, the Most High gonna heal you.
But will lay them upon all them that hate thee. And thou shalt consume all the people which Yahweh thy power shall deliver thee.
So the Most High gonna put these curses and diseases on our enemies. All these other nations that hate us, that ultimately hate the Most High. He gonna start punishing them with the curses that we got punished with.
Thine eye shall have no pity upon them, neither shalt thou serve other gods.
Right, man. So I ain't got no pity for these other nations, man. The only pity we got is for these people on the sand, man. We don't got no pity for the white man or you damn Africans and East Indians or Arabs, man. You know, we ain't no pity on y'all, man. Cause y'all don't have no pity on us. Yeah.
For that will be a snare unto thee.
You say that's gonna be that's been our snare unto us the whole time, man. Pitying the other nations, getting up under them, and then they plotting for our downfall the whole time, man. You got it, you're wrong.
If thou shalt say in thine heart, these nations are more than I, how can I dispossess them? Thou shalt not be afraid of them, but thou shalt well remember what Yahweh thy power did unto Pharaoh and unto Egypt, and to all Egypt.
So basically the Most High wants you to have that faith and trust in Him. Because if you have that faith, you're not gonna worry about how many people gathered in front of you against you. You know you're gonna have that faith in the Most High that whatever's coming in front of you, you're gonna be able to overcome. Just like King David had, because he was David at the time, had when he went up against Goliath. You know, he wasn't scared because Goliath was bigger than him. You know, he had faith in the Most High, and the Most High delivered him. He delivered Goliath into David's hand, and David slew him with a slingshot.
Right, so we don't care. We don't give a damn about the white man technology and all his weapons of war, man. We don't fear none of that, man. That's why we come out here and we're gonna stand bold as lion and call him out to his face, man, in his kingdom, man. And once he make a move, that's when the Lord gonna raise up a standard against him, man. So like the brother was saying, side faith, man.
It's always been about faith, you know. Even though in the scripture it might not say the word faith, it said don't be afraid, don't fear. The Most High wants you to have faith. That's all, you know. It's always been about faith. It just was more emphasized when Yahweh Shai came down and gave them back the understanding of the scriptures. It's about your faith in the Lord.
The great temptations which thine eyes saw, and the signs and the wonders, and the mighty hand, and the stretched out arm.
You said the great temptations which thou saw. What's that great temptation today? The American dream, man. They setting all this stuff before your face, man. That's the temptation today. This damn American dream, man, which is causing our people to be destroyed at an alarming rate, man. This is not our rest. This place is not our rest, man. And our people have to understand that, man. Go ahead, bro.
Our people don't have the vision of the kingdom in their mind. You know, they know about the kingdom of heaven. They done heard about it, but they don't understand it. That's why they don't hope for it. They don't have any faith about it. They think that they're gonna get their kingdom here, and then they think they're just gonna go to heaven and be floating around with the angels and with other people in the Most High, but it's not gonna be like that.
Whereby Yahweh thy power brought thee out, so shall Yahweh thy power do unto all the people of whom thou art afraid. Moreover, Yahweh thy power will send the hornet among them, until they that are left and hide themselves from thee be destroyed.
So the Most High gonna be against all these other nations that was against us.
Thou shalt not be affrighted at them, for Yahweh thy power is among you, a mighty power and terrible.
That go back into your faith, he said. That go back into your faith, he said, he gonna be amongst us. That's our power. So if you have faith that the Most High gonna be your power and bring you through anything that you're going through, whether it's against the other nation or whether it's, in your day-to-day life, as long as you have faith in the Most High, he gonna deliver you. But it's all about your faith, and you gotta ask the Most High to increase your faith. It ain't nothing that you can just do on your own. It's something you gotta plead with the Most High to do. And sometimes it's not gonna just be given to you. You have to go through stuff for your faith to increase. But it's all a part of the journey. The Most High know you best.
And Yahweh thy power will put out those nations before thee, by little and little. Thou mayest not consume them at once, lest the beasts of the field increase upon thee.
Oh, is it?
Let me read the Genesis.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
You said what?
Yeah, go ahead. You not saying. Oh,
This Genesis chapter 32, verse 24, just stating when Jacob's name was changed to Israel. It says, and Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day.
right.
And that man that he was wrestling with was an angel. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, meaning the angel couldn't prevail against Jacob, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him.
Right.
And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh.
So the angel had to go and put spiritual power on Jacob, man. He had to go and look. Let me go, yeah. Come on, go ahead.
And Jacob was a strong man.
Come. And these people on the sand, man. Hey, these are strong-minded people, man. Go ahead.
Verse 26, and he said, which is talking about the angel, let me go, for the day breaketh.
Get the remote out.
And he said, which is Jacob, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. So he already knew it was an angel.
God, man. And guess what, man? This the man frame you gotta have, man. You gonna hold on. You gotta look. I'm gonna hold on to you. You have about shit. You have a shot until you bless me, man. That's gotta be your man frame, man. But this is the man of Jacob, man. Cause even if Jake come up right now, man, and we start getting on Jake, that be Jake's main thing. He ain't gonna say it. Then we'll bitch tell Jake, man, you gonna be destroyed, man. You playing. Then Jake don't want to leave till you bless him. You know what I'm saying? Jacob, you try to stay here till you tell him something good, man. But we understand 2/3 gonna be destroyed, man. But this the man frame of Jacob. And this gotta be the man frame of the elect of the nation of Israel, man. You gotta hold on to the Lord until he bless you. Don't let him go, man. That's gotta be your man frame, man. Hold on to this truth, man. Go ahead, bro.
I ain't even cut you off. Scripture say you supposed to cry to the Lord, wear his name out until he bring deliverance to Israel, until he bless us. Wear the Lord out. Keep praying to him. Keep asking for him to deliver us until you do. That's what the scriptures say do. Verse 27, and he said unto him, talking about the angel, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, thy name shall be no more called Jacob, but Israel. But to say it in the Hebrew is Yasharallah. It says, for as a prince hast thou power with the Most High and with men, and has prevailed. So basically the angel, sent the message from the Most High to change his name to Yasharallah, which means Prince of the Power. So you have power with the Most High. And Jacob asked and said, tell me, I pray thee, thy name. And he said, wherefore is it that thou doest ask after my name? And he blessed him there. And that's the end of that part.
Go back, start back up with 3 more verses.
I'm going to start back at verse 27. And he said unto him, talking about the angel, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel.
And you think the angel ain't already know Jacob's name, man? So see, you gotta look at scriptures like that and understand how the Lord deal, man. He might say something, and he already knows what it's gonna be, man. You know, just like we asked Cain, if thou doest well, wouldn't thou be accepted? He knew Cain wasn't gonna, but then he said, but sin lied at the door. He knew Cain wasn't gonna do well. He made Cain not to do well, man. He just, go ahead.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
You got it?
I thought you were done, bro.
Yeah, I was. Go ahead.
Just like when he'll give an example with a prophet, you know, he'll give them a vision and he'll ask them what do they see. You know, the Most High already know what they seeing, but he's trying to make a point, trying to prove a point to them so they can understand.
Yeah,
Like I ain't mean to cut you off.
you ain't cook. Oh, just go slow, man. Two prophesied, one judge. So go.
Verse 28, and he said, "Thy name shall be called no more Jacob,
Right.
but Israel or Yasha'Allah.
Which go ahead.
For as a prince hast thou power with the Most High."
She said, as a prince, we got power with the Heavenly Father, man. So you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. That's your power. That's where your power source come from, man. All these other nations got their own gods they pray to. Go ahead, bro.
And with men, and
And
hath prevailed.
you got power with the Most High, and you got power with men, man. That's why you the strongest men on the face of the earth. You the strongest nation on the face of the earth. So you not only got power with the Most High, but you also got power with men, man. That's why everybody want to be like us. That's why everybody want to be us.
We the best of the best.
Come. Go ahead, bro.
And hath prevailed.
Right.
And Jacob asked him and said, "Tell me, I pray thee, thy name."
Come.
And he said, "Wherefore is it that thou doest act after my name?"
Right.
And he blessed him there.
Right.
And Jacob called the name of the place Peniel. But I have seen the Most High face to face,
Right.
and my life is preserved.
Which he only seen the angel, man. So a lot of times, matter of fact, get Revelation 19, man. There's some more to that. You finish that chapter?
That's pretty much it.
Okay. Get Revelation 19, man. Because a lot of times, see it up, what up, bro? Because the Lord always gonna send his angels, man. The Lord is gonna send his angels. The Lord not moving off his throne, man. He got his servants. He got different positions and different administrations for all his servants, man. It goes with the angels and the angels that possess these bodies right now. This is the elect and the 144,000 and that great multitude behind them. Go ahead, top, verse 9 and 10.
Spirit of prophecy.
I have thy brother, yeah.
Said what?
Yeah. What's verse 9? Start with
It's Revelation chapter 19, verse 9. And he said unto me, "Right, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb."
See, blessed are they which are called into the marriage supper of the Lamb, man. Why? Because many are called, but few are chosen. So only the elect is really bidden to the marriage. Go ahead.
And he said unto me, "These are the true sayings of the Most High."
These are the true sayings of Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shah, the Heavenly Father, man. Go ahead.
And I fell at his feet to worship him.
So John fell at his feet. He fell at the angel's feet to worship him, man. Which this Gabriel. So Gabriel was one of the main angels that came always to answer prayers, to bring you answers to your prayers. You know, to explain to you certain visions that you saw, man. Gabriel was one of the main angels that showed up. Then you had Uriel too, man. Go ahead, bro.
And he said unto me, "See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant,
I am thy fellow servant
and of thy brethren,
and of thy brethren
that have the testimony of Yahweh Shah."
that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. So that same angel that came to Jacob, that's why he basically like, my name ain't important. That's why he didn't give him his name, man. You know, all the glory go back to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. So just like Gabriel told John, see as thou doest thou not, you know. Go ahead, what he say, worship the Most High. He said, if I am of thy brethren, man. So the angels are our brethren. Go ahead.
Worship Yahweh.
Read it again. And he say fellow servant too.
Yeah.
Read that part again.
I'm sorry, though. This is verse 10, Revelation 19, verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, "See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant,
Right.
and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shah.
Right.
Worship Yahweh, For the testimony of Yahweh Shah is the spirit of prophecy.
Right, so he are thy fellow servant and thy brethren, man. Because when the angels come, they doing the will of the Most High, but they doing you a service. If they coming to protect you, heal you, show you a vision, they of your service, man. You know, so it's the same. It's the same thing, man. What the Lord said, he that is the greatest among you, let him be your servant, man.
And even though the angels, they higher than us right now, but it's more, we, in a sense, it's like we're more important to the Most High, because we the ones, down here going through the trials and tribulations upon the earth.
Oh.
But the angels are still our brother and everything, not trying to downplay, how the Most High set it up.
Get it in 1 Corinthians 6 real quick. Around verse 3, 4.
This
If
first.
you want to, you can start at the top. Still hold out. You have the Isaiah 52 right on point. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah this 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 1. Dare any of you having a matter against another go to the law before the unjust and not before the saints?
Right. Go ahead, because that's what a lot of our people, that's the man frame they done got into, man. They'll go into the law before the unjust. They'll rather take you to court and have the so-called white man, the handler of judgment between you, than to go to the church, man. And what is the church? The people. But what are they gonna judge you out of this, man? So you got social laws in the Bible, you got the dietary law, you got all property laws in here, man. If you have disputes, if somebody get killed accidentally, it's all those type of laws in here, man. And we supposed to abide by these laws as a nation of people, man. Not running into the courtroom, man. To the law before the unjust, man. Go ahead, bro.
Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world?
Did you not know? Who are the saints? The Israelites, man. The elect of the nation of Israel, man. What are we doing right now, man? We judging the world, man. We judge what it say on Revelation 11, man. Rise and measure the temple of the Most High, man. And them that worship therein, man. So we size each other up first, the elect, because we understand we the only ones that's gonna be sized up and get it. But we also got to let 2/3 of our people know the judge. And we hope that we the elect, man. I was just making an example, but the elect is gonna size each other up. We doing what the elect men are supposed to do right now, man. So Lord willing, we are part of that elect, man. Go ahead, bro.
Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world?
Right.
And if the world shall be judged by you, are you unworthy to judge the smallest matters?
Right. See, are you unworthy to judge the smallest matters? So don't just, our people say you ain't supposed to judge. Evidently, you done read one scripture and stop, man. You can keep reading and getting to understand. You supposed to judge righteous judgments, man. Go ahead, bro.
Know ye not that we shall judge angels?
Know you not that we should judge angels? So like he was saying, and that word judge right there goes into govern, man. We gonna govern angels, man. When we get our powers, when we come back, just join heirs with Yahweh Shai, because what did it say? Yahweh Shai was made a little lower than the angels, man. And we gonna be joint heirs with them, man. So when we all made a decision to come down, man. Just like we all made a decision to come down, man. The elect made that decision just like Yahweh Shai did, like it said. The 144,000 followed the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. So when Yahweh Shai was like, okay, I'm gonna be the sacrifice for the nation of Israel. The 144,000 had to follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. So they was like, okay, well, we're gonna go do what we have to do too, to preserve the nation. So we part of the sacrifice, man. Go ahead. We gonna prove that too. Go ahead. Matter of fact, drop there, gets on 1 Corinthians 4. Go ahead, bro.
How much more things that pertain to this life?
How much more things pertaining into this life, man? Keep reading a little more there.
If then ye have judgment of things pertaining to this life,
right,
set them to judge who are least esteemed in the church.
So it say set them to judge who are least esteemed in the church, man. So that's how the judge is supposed to be played out, really, man. So who is least esteemed amongst the camp, basically, man. Hey, go ahead.
I speak to your shame.
Right.
Is it so that there is not a wise man amongst you?
Come.
No, not one that shall be able to judge between his brethren.
Right, man. So we just supposed to judge righteous judgments. Don't supposed to be no respect of persons, man. So we do supposed to judge, man. And yes, we gonna judge ourselves, man. You know, but like the scriptures say, before we judge another brother, what they say, judge yourself before you judge another brother, man. So you got to judge yourself first, man.
But brother go to law with brother, and that before the unbelievers.
Right, man. So we don't supposed to be going before the unbelievers to have no judgment, man. It's like we got all these different judgments. You got you might have a baby by a woman, and now all of a sudden she running to the white man for judgment against you, man. That ain't how judgment work, man. You know? But that's why we out here, man. To put that judgment back in the gate so our people know right from wrong. So ain't no excuse when the Lord started to bring when the Lord started to bring that true judgment down, like he said, by his fire and by his sword, he plead with all people, man. So when that come, ain't gonna be no excuses. Go ahead, start at the top.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 1. Let a man so account of us, as of the ministers of Yahweh Shai, the Mashiach, and stewards of the mysteries of your house.
Start it over again.
1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 1. Let a man so account of us, as if the ministers of the Mashiach,
Right.
and stewards of the mysteries of Yahweh.
So we stewards of the mysteries of Yahweh, man. Go ahead.
Moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful.
See, moreover, it's required in stewards that a man be found faithful, man. So this is our labor of love right here, man. What we doing right now, man. Ain't no excuses when it comes to spreading this gospel, man. When it's coming out, the teaching this word on the block, man. It's stipulations, man. You know, if brother got ailments and so on and so on, there's stipulations to it, man. But if you good and in good health, and brothers come out on this block, you supposed to be right out here with it, man. You know, cause this is a labor of love that we doing for the Lord, man. When Jake working for Esau, no matter what, no matter how tired they are, they gonna make sure they prepared and be there on time, man. This is way more important, man. You know, so we gotta decipher what's more important, man. Go ahead, bro.
But with me, it is a very small thing that I should be judged of you.
Read that verse again, man. Where
Verse
it says,
3.
The verse where it says we gotta be found faithful.
Verse 2. Moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful.
Right. And how do you prove you are faithful? By your works, man. You gotta prove you are faithful. Go ahead.
But with me, it is a very small thing that I should be judged of you,
Right.
or of man's judgment.
Come.
Yeah, I judge not mine own self, for I know nothing by myself.
Come.
Yet am I not hereby justified, but he that judges me is Yahweh.
Right.
Therefore judge nothing before the time,
Come.
until Yahweh come,
Right.
who both will bring to light the hidden things of darkness, and will make manifest the counsels of the hearts.
Right.
And
So
then shall
the
every
Lord,
man-
go ahead.
And then shall every man have praise of Yahweh.
Then every man gonna have praise of Yahweh, man. So this the times we coming into now, man. Like you say, the Lord revealing the secret things you got in your mind, man. The way you might think about certain brothers, all that, man. You know, hey, like the scripture say, you gotta lay down your life. What greater gift did a man lay down his life for his brethren, man? You know, so we all feed off each other, man. We all here to serve each other, man. Go ahead.
And these things, brethren, I have been a figure transferred to myself,
Come,
and to Apollos for your sakes,
come.
that ye might learn in us not to think of men above that which is written,
Right,
that no one of you be puffed up to one against another.
right. That's why that not one of you be puffed up one against another, man. So you always gotta look at yourself like you ain't nothing, man. With humility, man. That's how you need to be looking at yourself, no matter how much knowledge you have got bestowed upon you, you know. Because knowledge puff it up, man. Go ahead, bro. No matter what position you in, man. We here to serve one another, man. So let's go ahead. I was just gonna say. Go ahead.
For who maketh thee to differ from another? And what hast thou that thou didst not receive? Now if thou didst receive it, why dost thou glory as if thou hadst not received it?
Read that again.
Verse 7. For who maketh thee to differ from another? And what hast thou that thou didst not receive? Now if thou didst receive it, why dost thou glory?
Right.
As if thou hadst not received it.
Go ahead.
Now ye are full, now ye are rich.
Right.
Ye have reigned as kings without us. And now would to Yahweh ye did reign, that we also might reign with you.
So Paul was just writing these different letters to the church. This is what was going on, you know. Churches, different churches, you getting the knowledge, they was getting puffed up, man. So he was writing letters to let them know and give them the instructions, man. Calm down, bro. What you king, you reign now, now. Go ahead. Ain't none of us saved yet. Go ahead.
For I think that Yahweh has set forth us, the apostles last.
So it said he think forth that Yahweh has set forth us, the apostles last, man. What does the word apostle mean? To be sent forth, man. So when it say set last, get that word last right there, all right?
The word last is G2078. It says extreme, last in time or in place.
Last in time or in place. So the apostles were set forth last. We came up last, man. You had everybody came before the Israelites came. When we came into this captivity, man. Everybody came, man. Go ahead.
As it were appointed to death.
Let them go here with them.
Last in series of places, last in the temporal succession.
Last in the temporal succession. So this the temporal succession right here, man. So the apostles were set forth last, man. Go ahead.
Last of rank, grade of worth.
Last of rank, man. Go ahead, because you had the Nation of Islam had sprung up, everything sprung up, and then suddenly now in the end, who's starting to show they got the most knowledge, man? Who's starting to really get a knowledge of salvation, man? The Israelites, man. Go ahead.
Last, lowest, last state, latter end.
The latter end, the end times, basically, man. Go ahead, bro. It's more words too, like feel. Go ahead.
As it were appointed to death.
As it were appointed to death. Go ahead.
For we are made a spectacle unto the world,
right,
and to angels and to men.
See, you say we are made a spectacle unto the world and to angels, man. Because angels watching us, man. This like a show to them, man. They looking. They like, really? They was once up here with us in the glory, and look at them now, man. They be going out, but they still come out. Their spirit still there. Pray for forgiveness and come out and teach this word, man. And show our faith, man. And we gonna hold on to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai until he bless us, man, like our forefather, the example he said, Jacob, man. Go ahead.
We are fools for the Mashiach.
So whatever blessing you need, whatever you praying so hard for right now, you got to hold on, man. You got to hold on, man, for dear life, man. Or just holding on to this truth, man. Whatever it is that's trying to slip away from you right now, you got to hold on, man, with your faith, man, until the Lord bless you. Go ahead.
For ye are wise in Hamashiach.
Right.
We are weak.
You are wise in Hamashiach. We are weak. Go ahead.
But ye are strong.
Right.
Ye are honorable.
Right, because before the men who come out and teach, it's all the pressure on us. You still got that number, that great multitude that's gonna be saved. They listen, so they receiving the knowledge, and they ain't, they go on with their day-to-day, they go to work, they they doing their thing. But we actually put ourselves on the line. We come out here and teach. You know what I'm saying? Different stuff can happen to us. Your boss man can see you, and preferably you can lose your job. Who cares? Where's your faith, man? Where's your faith? Where's our faith, man? People can see you, man. It don't matter, man. We here, man. The police can come on and arrest us right now. Esau can won't come gun us down right now, man. It don't matter, man. Go ahead, bro.
But we are despised.
But we are despised, Why are we despised? Because we, like I said, it's hard on them here to come out and teach. Because we can't spare nobody's feelings, you know what I'm saying? So we got to let our people know what's the business, man. So that make us despised too, man. It's two ways we get despised. First, we get despised by the leaders, they get jealous. Because we know all this knowledge, we can call them out on what they doing and teach them something. So we get despised that way, then we get despised by putting that judgment in the gate. Then now people know right from wrong, man. Go ahead, bro.
Even unto this present hour, we both hunger and thirst.
Even unto this present hour, we both hunger and are thirsty and are naked. And right now, that's physical. That's for real right there, man. Cause it's winding down the Day of Atonement right now, man. And we hungry. I know brothers hungry and thirsty right now. And naked, man. You know, which going until we still don't have them. And we gonna continue to be that way until we get those new bodies, man. You know, it's always gonna be something missing until we get the new bodies. Now we got the truth, but as long as we're in these bodies, we subject to ailments. We subject to a lot of stuff, man. Go ahead.
And I buffeted.
And are buffeted. When you buffeted, what does that mean? You being made perfected, man. To the perfection you have. And the word perfect on this side don't mean you ain't gonna do nothing wrong. It means you're gonna be made into the complete man you supposed to be, man. Go ahead, bro.
And have no certain dwelling place.
And have no certain dwelling place. Go ahead.
And labor working with our own hands.
What verse you in?
It's number good.
Okay, go ahead.
Being reviled, we bless.
See, being reviled, we blessed, man. We ain't tripping, man. This is a blessing when we come out here. Still let our people know y'all the Israelites, man. You know, still let the 2/3 know you gonna get destroyed right now. You'll come back in the kingdom and be good. Go ahead.
Being persecuted, we suffer it.
Being persecuted, we suffer it. Go ahead.
Being defamed, we entreat.
Being defamed, we entreated, man. They got all type of lies and slanders against us, man. They antichrist. They this. We being defamed. He crazy, man. Go ahead.
We are made as the filth of the world.
We are made as the filth of the world. Go ahead.
And are the offscoring of all things unto this day.
And of the offscoring of all things unto this day. Get that word filth, right? The key definition is in, you see it on.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is G 4027 for filth.
Yeah, we gonna go through it, man.
It says the most abject and despicable man.
So this is what we are made, man. When it say that we are made as the filth of the world. Read it again.
The most abject and despicable man.
The most abject and despicable man, man. Go ahead.
The price of expiation or redemption because the that's not the word.
Yeah, keep going. Read it.
Because the Greeks used to apply the term
That's it. Yeah.
katharmata to victim sacrifice to make expiation for the people.
To victims sacrifice to make what is it?
Expiation
Expiation
for the people.
for the people. What people? These people right here, man. Go ahead.
And even to criminals who were maintained at the public expense.
Even to criminals, even to criminals who was maintained at the public expense. What does the word criminal go back to? Sin, man. So we basically, we made us the filth of the world. We just talking about as these people right here, the world of Israel, man, and the offscoring of all things, man. So we like us, we sacrifices ourselves for them, basically, man. Go ahead, just like Yahushua did, man. Cause we joined heirs with him, so we got to follow the Lamb whithersoever he goes. Not to the point, now he the ultimate sacrifice, man. We endure all things for the elect's sakes for sure. But with us doing that, we gonna preserve the nation of Israel, man. Go ahead, Doc.
That on the outbreak of a pestilence or other calamity, they might be offered as sacrifices to make expiation for the state.
Right, to make expiation for the state. What state? The state of Israel. We'll get one more scripture in. What is it, Isaiah 1? Where it say, if it weren't for the remnant, you would have been in Sodom and Gomorrah. We're going to end it with that, bro.
Con. It's Isaiah chapter 1. I'm going to start at verse 7. It
So
says,
that word filth, brothers, look that word up, man, and understand we is made as the filth of the world and the offscoring of all things, man. So that got to be your mind frame, man. So right now, even though we had this knowledge, what the Lord say in John 16, the world gonna rejoice, but we gonna be in sorrow. but our sorrow gonna be turned into joy. We just got to wait on it. Go ahead, huh?
It's Isaiah chapter 1, verse 7. Your country is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire.
Right, our country is desolate. Our city is burned with fire. And that can go for the ancient city, and that can go for the dwelling places where we dwell right now, man. Look at the conditions of the places these people dwell right now, man. Look at what's going on in the Bahamas right now, man. Go ahead. But that's the Lord trying to show y'all something and wake y'all up, even if it's the white man using his harp system. Go ahead.
Your land, strangers devour it in your presence, and it is desolate, and it's overthrown by strangers.
See, strangers devoured in your presence is overthrown by strangers. What are the strangers in our neighborhoods controlling all the business, man? They overthrowing it. Go ahead.
And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard,
So our people is left as a cottage in the vineyard. Go ahead.
as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city.
As a besieged city, man, and we don't control nothing that go on in our cities, man. Even though Jackson, Mississippi, 95% black, the so-called, the strangers still control what go on in our cities, man. Go ahead.
Except Yahweh of hosts had left us a very small remnant.
See, it left, except Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai have left the remnant, which is the elect right now. Go ahead.
We should have been at Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
Right, we should have been at Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah, man. So what we doing, man, first and foremost, we endure all things for the elect's sake, man. And we made as a gift to the world, man, for the expiation for these 2/3, man. Because just think, they gonna come back through your loins. So you not only was doing all things for the elect's sakes, but you was making yourself a sacrifice or a living sacrifice first and foremost for Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, and then your people, man.
Con.
You got it, huh? We close that.
Con, and with that, we're gonna go and close out. First and foremost, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rekakwadash.
Give double honors to the elders and salutations to you brothers, sisters, and children out there that was keeping the Day of Atonement. We pray that it was healing for you, because that's what it's supposed to be meant for, in a day that we atone for our sins. You know, even though we know Yahweh Shai was the ultimate sacrifice for our sins, you know, you still supposed to practice the righteous act. So we hope that was a good, edifying lesson for you as well. Just want to say DTB to Babylon, to America.